guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be making a book review of the book Redefining Realness. So this is the front and this is the back, and this will be actually my first book review on my channel. And so I kind of wanted to talk about what the book is about, and then just what I learned from it personally. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to review the book on. And yeah, so I encountered this book through one of my classes that I took for school, and throughout the class I really enjoyed reading it and I wanted to finish it. To start off with what the book is about, it's called Redefining Realness, and it's by Janet Mock, and this is her actually on the cover, and it's a memoir about her coming of age life till her 20s, and written by her. Janet Mock is a African mixed Hawaiian trans woman, and throughout her memoir she talks about her life growing up and her struggles in gaining identity, her own identity, and also finding her own womanhood. A lot of the stuff that she shares in the book is very personal, and it starts out with her as a kid and then slowly growing older till her 20s, so like past high school and middle school as well. So both her parents are divorced, and in the beginning of the book she talks about her early life or early years as a kid, and throughout those years she used to live with her father, who was very harsh and kind of shamed her for trying to be more feminine because she was born a boy. And she talks about just how his shaming made her feel, and then how she felt growing up because of that. She shares with us her personal stories. Throughout this whole book I felt very close to Janet because the way she writes is very personal and authentic, but then also very educational at the same time. Just her style or the way she describes everything made it feel so personal for me as the reader to connect. And yeah, and so what I learned from reading Redefining Realness, which I feel kind of relates a lot to the title, is that one topic that kind of idea that was brought into mind was just the idea of identity and how identity shapes us as individuals, and finding your identity and being comfortable with who you are, because a lot of the situations or emotions that Janet went through, that she talks about in her life, revolve around identity and accepting who you are as a person. And to me, I think that's very important, because if you don't know your identity or accept who you are as an individual, it can be hard for you to have confidence as a person, but also just just know your worth as well. And that's something that I personally took out of it, and also just because I am a big supporter of self-love and taking care of yourself, and I felt that the way she talked about the subject of identity connecting to just accepting yourself relates around self-love. And yeah, another thing that I took out of it was just what it means to be a woman, or the idea of what it means to be a woman. Many people can categorize a woman to be someone with a female body, but in reality that's not really what it means to be a woman. that's just how you look physically. She talks about how it's not about your body, but more so who you are as a person and how you carry yourself as an individual. And I think that's very important because for me, as being a woman, I always question that, like, what it means to be a woman. And you can go on social media and see other people post certain things and how certain women look and how they look. They could be curvy and how, you know, how people categorize them as sexy, and it could be considered, oh yeah, she's sexy, that's a woman because her body. But no, it's not. That doesn't mean what a woman is. Same as for men. For a man to be a man, it's never about how he looks. It's never about how much muscles or how much this or that, you know. It's more so about how you carry yourself and the actions that you take as a person that makes you a man or a woman. And so I think that's just a big topic that I feel was very important, and what from reading this, what I took from it. And then another thing that I took from it was just I feel like I got more educated on the trans community, and I never really knew much about the community and also especially the trans health care community and what individuals go through during transitioning and how much it is, and how a lot of times different healthcare communities will not have the resources for individuals who are trans, which was very unfortunate, and I never knew that was a thing. And so I feel like just reading her book and just kind of as a reader listening to her and just listening to her story, it educated me about what the trans community goes through. And I feel that that was very important, especially with our society and how people in the LGBT community or LGBTQ community are looked at, and how many people don't know what other people are going through. And I think it's always great to educate yourself about certain communities or groups before judging other people and saying things. Janet's book can relate to many people, and I feel like you don't have to be trans or you don't have to be a woman to understand the lessons and gain more knowledge about all the topics she talks about, because she talks about gaining or having confidence in who you are, accepting who you are, understanding your identity, who you are. And I also am very excited to read her next book, which I think came out in 2006, because this one is from 2014. And so yeah, and her next book, I believe, is about her, I guess, experiences that she learned throughout her 20s. So I'm excited to kind of continue that coming of age kind of story in her life, and just like her experiences and what else she has learned. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, guys. And yeah, if you want to continue to watch more of my videos, just subscribe below. And other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video.